It's forever.
Be kind to yourself. No matter the circumstances, the mix of emotions you're dealing with during your separation can often be confusing or even frightening. You might be unsure how to fully comprehend how you feel or how you should feel. But it's important to remember there are no correct emotions. Your feelings, whatever they might be, are valid. Instead of fighting back, give yourself a break and be kind to yourself. Research has found that people with self-compassion are able to handle the daily challenges of divorce better in the months after separation. Being understanding and caring to yourself will go a long way in getting over your divorce. 2. Don't view your marriage as a failure. Divorce has become less stigmatized in our culture over time. After all, many first-time marriages fail, and the divorce rate is even higher for second and subsequent marriages, Kokaro says. Still, there might be a temptation to view marriage as a defeat, which can hinder how divorced couples move on with their lives. Even the word fail is indicative of how we look at divorce, Kokaro says. It's a good idea not to, or at least try not to, look at it as a failure, but rather as something that's no longer serving each party. This perspective ties back into the idea of being kind to yourself. Kokaro encourages individuals not to beat themselves up with the failure narrative. Instead, look back at the good moments in the relationship and, more importantly, the moments that they've brought growth on yourself. Ultimately, the goal is to work through the different stages of grief, which may include sadness, depression, fear, and anxiety, and to get to a level of acceptance where you can move forward. 3. Take time to say goodbye. No matter the circumstances, it's normal to have a grieving period for your marriage. After all, you are ending a big part of your life. As a part of looking at divorce healthily, Kokaro encourages her clients to complete a constructive closure ritual. This could be a half or full day where a couple sits together and says goodbye to all the bad and good in the relationship. Every relationship is different, and the circumstances don't always allow the parting spouses to get together in this way. But even if emotions prevent it from being a two-person process, take time to say goodbye. Say goodbye to all the things you don't want anymore, the things that led to your divorce, whether that's lying, infidelity, or betrayal. But Kokaro emphasizes also saying goodbye to all you thought were going to get when you said I do. That includes the good moments, the kind moments, and plans of what your life was supposed to be together. That is a very deep emotional process, Kokaro says. I find that when couples are able to do it, that they really can have a lot of compassion for what the other is experiencing. 4. Keep a positive environment. Kokaro warns that divorce has the possibility of getting nasty, especially when lawyers and courters are involved. But keeping a positive environment around not only your family partner, but especially around your children is beneficial to all involved. Studies show that children exposed to constant parental conflict are more at risk for psychological and social problems. On top of that, high stress will only make getting through your divorce more difficult for yourself. Kokaro suggests collaborative divorce or mediation, instead of going straight to litigation, to reduce nastiness. In a collaborative divorce, you will typically have more say in the decisions surrounding your divorce, Kokaro says. If you opt for mediation, a neutral third party may help you and your former partner feel more empowered to design your own separation. 5. Find a trusted friend. In any emotional situation, it's extremely helpful to have a shoulder to lean on.
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun.
That marital separation and divorce can be absolutely gut-wrenching and incredibly painful experiences for some people. I spent the last 15 years studying how adults grieve the end of their marriage, and as a clinical psychologist and professor here at the University of Arizona, I've met with and interviewed hundreds of people who are struggling to come to terms with a divorce. And tonight I want to share with you some of the lessons we've learned about how people heal and put their lives back together after these difficult experiences. And to start telling the story of our research findings, I want to start a bit more broadly by talking about what I've come to call what now moments. For all of us, life is full of these what now moments. And essentially, they're forks in the road. They're major transitions, they're turning points. So when I was 19 years old, for example, I had a fairly major spine surgery, and it required me to rest flat on my back, more or less, for the better part of 3 months. And I remember thinking so many times, lying there, sort of looking up and saying, what the hell am I going to do with my life now? And surgery is tough, of course, but it's not as tough as a lot of other things. Superstorm Sandy, Hurricane Katrina, January 8th, these are what now moments. Cancer diagnosis, retirement, the death of a spouse, a parent, a friend, and of course, divorce. Now I've come to think of these experiences very much akin to the old Atari computer game Frogger, okay? So if you don't know Frogger, well, if you don't know Frogger, that's really sad. But if you don't know Frogger, Frogger is simple. You're the frog, and your job is to navigate all these treacherous obstacles, jump on a turtle's head, and get over to the next level without becoming roadkill or maybe worse, getting eaten by an alligator. So you get the idea. Every what now moment presents obstacles and opportunities to get to the next level. These experiences challenge us to redefine ourselves, to think about where we've been, where we're going, to see the world and our place in the world in fundamentally different and new ways. And many years after my spine surgery, when I was deep into studying divorce, it finally dawned on me. My feverish interest in understanding how people put their lives back together after their marriage ends was rooted in how I dealt with my own what now moment of the surgery. Marital separation and divorce represent profound and fundamental insults to our well-being. They impact our mental health and even our physical health quite substantially. And what we do, that is how we go about the business of healing, can have a profound effect on our own lives and the lives of many, many people around us, especially if children are involved. So I'd like to spend the remainder of my time tonight trying to solve and suggest and answer the what now question for divorce. What can we do? What should we do?
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun.